Welcome to this video on yoga for inner peace. So this is when you might need just a little bit of self-love or a bit of time out for you. Again, this could be done at any time of the day. All you might need is some props and your mat. So let's get started. So you could start seated, you could start lying down. Again, finding a comfortable position for you. You can place a hand on the heart, a hand on the belly, close down the eyes, and take a moment to notice the heart beating, the rise and the fall of your breath. You could notice the sounds around you. Maybe it's the rain, the birds, the wind, maybe people in the house. Again, just notice. Notice the heart. Notice the breath. Notice the sounds. This is making everything present. You are in the present moment, where life truly exists. Now when you're breathing in and out, try and breathe in and out through the nose. And notice the pause between the inhalation and the exhalation, just before it turns to the other side. The inhalation inviting peace, love, and calmness into the body. And the exhalation letting go of things that no longer serve you. Inviting peace and love and acceptance. And letting go of things that no longer need to be with you. Having that inner smile. Blink open the eyes, take the arms behind you, take them towards the floor, just puff the chest and open the heart. Look to the ceiling. Gently come back, reach forward as we fold forward. Again, nothing too strenuous. Bringing yourself back, taking the hands to the floor, again, just puffing the chest. You might even want to lift the hips here. And gently coming back down and folding forwards. Good, and gently coming back. Switching legs, I always like to switch the legs because making sure everything is equal. Having little side lateral stretches, maybe taking the hand behind the head, lifting up. So in today's practice, it's about not being stuck in one position. It's allowing yourself to freely move, to feel, to enjoy, and gently come back. Let's take a twist. Right hand to left knee, inhale, lift up, finding length, and the exhalation inviting the twist around. Exhalation coming back round, switching sides, inhaling, finding length, the exhalation to twist around. Good, gently coming back. Taking a hold of the foot, taking hold of the knee. You can have a little cradle. You have a little rock from side to side. You can have a little squeeze. Or you could always draw the foot in toward the elbow and have a little rock here. And gently release, switching over sides. Again, it could be here. It could be a bit closer. Don't round, make sure you're sitting up nice and tall. And gently release. Let's make our way into tabletop. And let's do a fluid cat-cow downward facing dog movement. So making sure shoulders are over wrists, hips over knees, and knees hip distance apart. But you're going to tuck the toes. You're going to drop the belly, open the heart, finding the inhalation. The exhalation, pressing to the mat, chin to chest, finding the cat pose. Taking the sit bones back towards the heels as you lift up into downward facing dog. Good. Through a plank, but lowering the knees, sinking the belly, opening the heart, back to cow. Back to cat pose. Through a child or a turbo dog, lifting to downward facing dog. Through plank, lower it down, sink the heart. Back through protraction. Flowing through to child. In towards that turbo dog, into down dog. Into plank. One more. This is a wonderful, fluid, easy movement. Breath is nice and centered and controlled. Last one, let's do it for luck. Finding the inhalation, exhalation. Good, and back to tabletop. Taking the right foot to the outside of the right hand, finding lunge. Tuck the toes if they're not already so, and engage the back knee and swivel the back leg back. Drop the knee, big hip circular movements around here. It could be a forward or back, it doesn't matter. You could lift the toes, turn them out, finding lunge, and wing open the knee, making your way into a winged lunge or a winged dragon if you practice yin. Gently bringing it back. Blocks are handy roundabout now as well if you need to. Shifting the weight forward. Good. Reach the right arm forwards, back and around. Option to stay here or take a hold of the foot, stretching out the quadricep. Hip flexor, maybe even in the shoulder. Gently releasing. Push back to that tabletop. Let's go left leg to the outside of the left hand. Again, you can have that forward backward moment. Turn the toes, wing it open. Bring it back, reach it forward, twisting it again into your quads. I find this really releases a lot of tension in my legs. And then gently release. Let's move the props aside, make our way into our downward facing dog. Ripple forward to your plank pose. Option to lower the knees, lowering through a chaturanga. Scooping up towards a cobra or an upward facing dog, back to a downward facing dog. Good. Bringing the shin parallel to the top of the mat or as much as it can. Shuffle that back leg back, make sure it's in line. Option to stay upright or bring yourself down in towards your pigeon pose. Props are really handy here if you need them. 2 more breaths. Good, slowly pushing back to downward facing dog. Opposite side, bringing it forwards. In towards pigeon. Now remember, it doesn't matter what happens with that front shin. It's all about opening the hips. Protect that knee if you need to. And remember, this could always be done in a modified way of sitting and crossing the ankle over the knee. Good, slowly coming back, swivel the legs round into staff pose. Flexing through the feet, raising the arms on the inhalation, folding forwards. Allow yourself just to hang here, nothing forced. You can have a little bit of movement. Beautiful. Sliding the arms behind you, point the toes, puff the chest, option to stay here. Press and lift up into that reverse plank if that feels good for you. Wonderful. Slowly release. Crossing the left knee over the right, stacking knees upon each other. Coming into a modified cow pose, not for long. Couple breaths. Flex through the feet. Good, slowly lift up. Now place that sole of the foot onto the floor, left hand behind you. You can either hug the knee in or take the elbow to the knee and have a little swivel. And gently coming back around and stretch out the legs. Let's go on the other leg, so bending it in, crossing it over, lining the knees and allowing yourself just to fold forwards. And today is a perfect day to do this practice for me personally. You can hear the rain outside. It makes it feel so calm and peaceful. Slowly coming up and placing the sole of the foot onto the floor, just having that little hug and twisting around. So when you're practicing, it's really good to listen to the sounds around you. See what environment it can help make you feel peaceful, make you feel calm. It's about setting yourself up for that easy release. So we're going to come into a Shavasana, taking the sit bones towards the heels, rolling down. Support yourself if you need to. I'm going to finish in a butterfly pose, bringing the soles of the feet together, knees drop out. Remember, you can support here. Hand to the heart, hand to the belly, close down the eyes, and start to check in with your breath. Noticing the inhale, inviting peace, love, and calm into your body, and the exhalation, letting go of things that no longer serve you. Again, softening the jaw. Notice the breath before it rolls to the other side. Notice the sounds around you. The rain on the windows. The people in the house. The wind within the trees. Just notice. Allow it to become a part of your practice. A part of inviting peace, calm, love, acceptance into your practice.